Hi, and welcome to Yield Mint. This is Eric. Today we're going to be punching some aluminum blanks and making some coins. Um, what you're seeing here is I'm putting it into a disc cutter. This is a sheet of aluminum. It is 0.09 inches thick, so a little bit bigger than 2 millimeters. And we're tightening that down to hold everything in place. That there is the actual disc cutter. It's 1.25 inches, and I'm putting some cut ease on it, which is cutting lubricant. Just helps make everything run smoother and makes the parts last longer. All right, now we are taking the disc cutter and loading it into the hydraulic press. Creates 20 tons of force on there, which is enough to go ahead and push that right through the aluminum. As you can see, I'm loosening it up to take it out of there and bring it right over to the desk. Turn the camera for you. And it's already punched through, but we just got to knock that all the way through. And so pop the disc cutter out. Take a look. You can see all the cut lube on there. And we got ourselves a really nice blank. So we'll go ahead and repeat this whole process a ton of times. We're actually going to go ahead and cut this entire sheet today. It create about 79 different blanks on here. This is a little thicker than the sheet that I used for copper. So you'll notice that I just pulled a copper blank out of the disc cutter. On the opposite side of where you cut, you need to put a shim in. So that first one that we cut is 0.09 inches, so I'm putting that new shim in so that way I make sure that we're level for all of our future cuts. So I'm going to go ahead and load this thing back up, and then we're going to keep on cutting. All right, we've punched holes all the way around our sheet, and now I've loaded it back in here into the hydraulic press, and I'm using this wooden 6x6 as a vise. The 6x6 comes out a little bit past the metal of the hydraulic press. That way when we cut, our blade will hit the wood before it hits some of the permanent metal. And it's just an oscillating saw with the metal blade on there, and we're going to go ahead and cut through this pretty quickly. There's not too much distance to cut, actually, because of all the holes we punched in. We will go ahead and cut all 4 sides like this. I'm just going to show you the first one here now. And we got all the way through. And take a look at what we've got. And I'll add this to my scrap pile that hopefully will be melting down this spring. And this here's the finished sheet after we cut all 4 sides. And we're just going to get this one ready to go again. And here we're getting the coins out that we have cut today, and we already ran them through a tumbler to kind of take any burrs off the edges. And this process we're doing is called annealing. And what it is it just softens the metal to make it easier to strike when we turn them into coins here shortly. We're going to heat them up to about 700 degrees with a blowtorch. The process of rolling the aluminum into sheets like we used to cut hardens it up a little bit. And you can still get good strikes with aluminum. It's a fairly soft metal, but you get a much, much better strike if you're annealing them first. And that just means heating them up to 700 degrees and letting them cool back down. You can see I've got a temperature gun there, and if you've been watching any of the previous videos, this time the lasers are actually working on it. Not sure what was not working last time because it was just working this time, so you never know. We're going to go ahead and heat all these up here and check the temperatures as we go. This is actually a special set of coins I'm doing. It's the usual design, but I'm actually playing in a Magic the Gathering card tournament, so if you played against me this weekend coming up, or actually this weekend when the video releases, and you have one of these coins, it is here getting annealed right now. You can actually see the process at right time. So hopefully we have some good games, and you like the coins that I have, and feel free to check them out. So this is the end of the annealing. As you can see, we melted one a little bit. That one got a little too hot, and a little bit on this one on the edge too got a little too hot. We're going to strike them and see what happens. So the first coin we're going to strike is the one that got melted, and we're going to take a look to see what happens with it. I don't know if this will crack or what's going to go on, so I'll be honest, I was a little nervous to see how it went because I didn't want to have it get too messed up and be inside of one of my dies where I couldn't get it out. So I loaded it in the die, in the collar, and we put the top die in. That's the cap. We're using a 14-pound sledge. And got a good strike on there. And as you can see, when we pull it out here, it came out rather nice. I'm going to try to show it to you. It's in the collar right now, so we'll see if you can see it in here or not. And we're going to go ahead and use our hammer and pound it out of the collar. And I'll bring it up here to show you. And we went ahead and struck all 25. They came out as good as they could come out. Nice clean finishes on all of them, good deep strikes. That one right there came out a completely matte finish, which is different than all the other ones, and that was the one that melted slightly. And I'm kind of flipping another one over so you can see the difference in how reflective it is. Just as deep of a strike, but just a matte finish. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and look forward to making more with you. Thank you.